I'm here this morning to read books and to learn things that I do not know yet. This bus is really great. I think it's really cool. I like the books. The book I like the most is...
They say the love of reading is the foundation of knowledge, and in Burkina Faso, that love is being reignited in the most creative way, on wheels. In July, a unique initiative took to the streets of Ouagadougou, a project designed not just to carry books, but to carry dreams, curiosity, and opportunity to every corner of the city. This initiative is known as the Bibliobus, a mobile library that has already begun transforming the way young people see reading, learning, and even their own future. At first glance, the Bibliobus looks like any other brightly painted vehicle, but step inside and you enter a different world, a world filled with shelves of books, a quiet reading space, and the gentle hum of discovery. The goal is simple: to bring books closer to children and young adults, especially in places where libraries are far away or unavailable. For many, this bus is their very first library. Take the story of Ismaïla a middle school student from the capital, Ouagadougou. During his school holiday, he discovered the Bibliobus parked nearby and decided to step in. His face lit up as he flipped through pages of stories he had never seen before. "I came here this morning to read and to learn things I don't know yet," he said with enthusiasm. For Ismaïla, one book stood out: The Prince and the Pauper. The tale of two boys swapping lives may be centuries old, but for him, it was as fresh and exciting as if it had just been written. "This bus is really amazing," he added. "I like the books a lot." Ismaïla's excitement is not unique. Since mid-August, around 60 children have been participating in a reading camp organized in partnership with the Bibliobus. Every day, groups of children gather to dive into stories, exchange ideas, and learn new things. For many of them, these sessions are not just about entertainment, they are building blocks of confidence, imagination, and knowledge. One young participant summed it up perfectly: "I'm reading and learning about things in life that I didn't know. It's interesting and I feel comfortable here." The Bibliobus isn't just for children. It welcomes adults, too, providing novels, biographies, and educational materials suited for older readers. The collection currently holds about 100 books, from colorful picture books for early readers to thought-provoking works by African authors. What makes this project even more special is the emphasis on showcasing Burkinabè writers. For children, seeing stories written in their own cultural voice is powerful. It shows them that their language, their stories, and their people belong on the shelves just as much as any foreign author. Still, the coordinators of the project are clear about one thing: they need more books. "We don't have enough," one organizer explained. "We want to diversify the collection so that every child can find something that excites them. With more books, we can spark even greater curiosity." Their dream is to one day have hundreds, even thousands of titles, from science and history to African folk tales and modern novels, so that every young person can discover the magic of reading. Currently, the Bibliobus serves around 20 visitors a day, but the ambition is to double that number soon. As the bus expands its route and reaches new neighborhoods, the impact is expected to multiply. Each new stop means more children introduced to books, more parents inspired to encourage reading at home, and more communities recognizing the power of literacy as a tool for progress. What makes the Bibliobus so significant is not just its presence, but its symbolism. Across Africa, many children face challenges when it comes to accessing books. Public libraries are often limited, and textbooks alone do not always encourage creativity or imagination. A mobile library like the Bibliobus bridges that gap. It takes learning directly to the people, transforming ordinary spaces, a roadside, a schoolyard, or a community square, into hubs of knowledge. Education experts emphasize that reading for pleasure has a direct impact on academic success. children who read outside of school tend to perform better in language, science, and problem solving. But more than grades, reading instills empathy, critical thinking, and confidence. It allows children to imagine a future beyond their immediate environment, to see possibilities in themselves and in the world. By introducing this culture of reading at an early age, Burkina Faso is investing not just in education, but in the mindset of its future generation. Beyond academics, the Bibliobus also connects to Africa's deep storytelling traditions. For centuries, knowledge on the continent has been passed down orally, through proverbs, folk tales, and communal storytelling under the stars. The Bibliobus doesn't replace that heritage. Instead, it complements it. By introducing children to written literature, especially from African authors, it ensures that the wisdom of the past and the creativity of the present work hand in hand. A child who listens to an elder tell a village tale and then finds a similar story written in a book learns that their culture is both timeless and evolving. This initiative also inspires a bigger conversation about innovation in education. Sometimes progress isn't about building massive institutions, but about thinking creatively with the resources at hand. A single bus transformed into a library might seem small, but its effect is profound. It's a reminder that with imagination, even simple solutions can create lasting change. Across Africa, similar projects are beginning to emerge. In Kenya, camel libraries deliver books to nomadic communities in arid regions. In Morocco, donkeys have been used to carry mobile libraries into mountain villages. In Ghana, young innovators are creating digital libraries on tablets to reach schools with limited resources. The Bibliobus in Burkina Faso joins this continental wave of innovation, showing that Africa is not waiting for solutions from outside. It is crafting its own. The joy on children's faces as they step into the Bibliobus tells the whole story. For some, it's their first time holding a novel that isn't a school textbook. For others, it's their chance to discover African heroes, legends, and inventors they never knew existed. Parents, too, have started to see the value. Many adults are joining their children, reading together, and rediscovering a love for books they may have left behind years ago. What makes this initiative especially hopeful is its ripple effect. A child who develops a love for reading shares stories with siblings, classmates, and friends. A teacher who sees students more engaged is encouraged to use storytelling in lessons. A community that sees its children curious and confident becomes more motivated to support education in other ways. The Bibliobus, in this sense, is not just a mobile library. It's a moving spark, lighting up hearts and minds wherever it goes. Looking ahead, the dream is to expand the project beyond one bus. Imagine an entire fleet of bibliobuses crisscrossing Burkina Faso, reaching rural villages, remote schools, and neighborhoods where libraries don't exist. With more support, that vision can become a reality. And with every kilometer traveled, the Bibliobus will continue to prove one simple truth, that books have the power to change lives, no matter where they are read. In a time when technology dominates daily life, some might question the relevance of physical books. But in Burkina Faso, the Bibliobus is showing that the tactile experience of holding a book, turning its pages, and immersing in its story still holds a special magic. Technology will certainly play its part in Africa's educational journey, but the Bibliobus reminds us that sometimes the most powerful innovations are also the simplest. From a single child discovering the prince and the pauper to a community gathering around a bus filled with books, the story of the Bibliobus is a story of hope, creativity, and progress. It demonstrates that Africa's growth isn't only about skyscrapers, roads, or industries. It's also about nurturing minds, encouraging imagination, and building a generation of lifelong learners. Every page turned inside the Bibliobus is a small victory, Every child who smiles after finishing a story is a step toward a brighter future. And every stop the bus makes is a reminder that knowledge should never be confined to walls. It should travel, inspire, and belong to everyone. The journey of the Bibliobus has just begun, but its destination is clear. A Burkina Faso, where reading is celebrated, where knowledge is accessible, and where every young person is given the chance to dream bigger and aim higher. With every story discovered, Africa's next chapter of progress is being written, not in policy papers or grand speeches, but in the eager eyes of children who believe that with a book in hand, anything is possible.